demand went down all over the world extremely. When Mr. Subbarao reduced this rate of interest, the banks also reduced. Normally, repo keeps on moving and it becomes a real activity or event for the country, but I believe that unless the banks make a change, the event doesn't happen, doesn't percolate. So by reducing this repo, reverse repo and the borrowing and lending rates of banks, the GDP growth immediately following that, instead of the world economy at lowest possible, it started going up, it went up. So when the GDP growth went up, the inflation also started going up. I am presenting this period because it has all the scenarios in it. It has a basic learning from this, but we haven't, the country hasn't learned much. When the rate of interest went down, GDP growth went up, every industry doubled its installed capacity at that time. Every industry doubled its installed capacity at that time. At the same time, inflation went up because demand went up. Now this caused jitters to RBI, to the Ministry of Finance, because they have to reply in the Parliament, opposition is there. So when everything went up like this, everybody installed double capacity, especially, I don't say especially because everybody did that, especially steel plants did a lot of huge investment. By the time this investment would have come into production, Mr. Subbarao had to start raising the rate of interest back to pull down the inflation, which meant reduction in demand, which brought GDP down slowly, and Mr. Subbarao started moving the rate of interest up here. He was there up to Q3 2013, 5th September. This whole thing, when rates came down, demand went up, some period was very good, but when the inflation was looked at, he's written a book, Who Moved by Rate of Interest. So this was brought back to somewhere near this. Inflation came down, demand came down tumbling. By the time industry had installed its spare capacity, which had started working on, the demand vanished. So that spare capacity has not been utilized till date. It is still spare. Anybody who wants to come in, put up investment, industry, they first study they make a market survey and look for if there is demand. But they say that already there is installed capacity more than the demand, so they are not able to do that. Now, there are drafts available separately, but since I thought that inflation is what is governing the repo, every time there is a meeting, they are discussing this inflation and then they are whether increasing or decreasing the repo rate. Mr. Subbarao left the country where he started from, the same inflation, same rate. Repo same GD. Very thin. So what I say is that in period, everything was tried and everything was tested, and if we are able to make study of this, we can really find out. Now, what is required? I have thought about it a lot. There are two things. One is, incidentally, this is the point where Kingfisher Airline, when demand goes down, say 10%, it doesn't go down 10% with every airline or every company in the industry. Kingfisher was charging 500 rupees more, it had little more leg space, it was providing food. So people were traveling by that. So when it came to lesser traveling, people went into the cheaper airlines, and the cheaper airlines, their market share increased slightly, but Kingfisher lost 80-90% of the share, and that is where Kingfisher did not realize, now Jio crashed the prices, Airtel, Vodafone realized, and they reduced the prices to stay in market. If they had ignored the reduction in prices by Jio, they would have been out of business. This is the reason Kingfisher was out of business. Now, when you have installed capacity more and the demand is less,